Okay, so we are going to try our hands on this Rollup banner, and the mockup will be in the resources, don't worry, and the link is in the description with all the images in here and the brushes, everything. So make sure you subscribe. Let's get into it. Okay, so in this document, our width is going to be 2.467, okay, and then our height is going to be 4.847 inches, 8 bits, 300 resolution. Let's click create. So first of all, we are grabbing gradients, and then let's click here. Let's drop this. Make sure we set it to foreground to background. Okay, now over here we are making it black, and here let's pick this color. All right, so with this guy we can set the location to 90. All right, click OK. We can come back and tweak that, or simply let's push this side up a little, just like this. Let's click OK. We will come back and change if necessary. All right, so let's go to view and grab our margins. Okay, so let's go to view, new guide, layout, and let's make the top. Make sure you check this margin, uncheck the columns and rows. Okay, so let's set the top to 30 pixels, left 65, bottom 30, right 65. We will have this. Let's click OK. So now with the background, it should relate to the title. Okay, and as usual, I couldn't come up with a sensible title. I came up with a Lion of Judah encounter. Yeah, so when you get proper titles, you should relate your backgrounds with your titles, and we will come up with I will come up with a video on how to create church backgrounds easily. All right, so with this, let's get some lion in the background and probably a shield. Okay, so let's go into the resources and let's bring this guy. So over here is cool, and let's change the blend mode to overlay. Okay, and now let's add layer mask. Grab the brush, make sure your foreground is black. Okay, and let's clean just the edges. Okay, don't clean too much. Okay, so don't clean too much. I clean too much. Now let's duplicate this layer. You can hit Ctrl J to duplicate, and let's change the blend mode to overlay. Let's set the fill to 90. All right, okay, now before we make this guy better, let's bring in the other image. Okay, so I forgot to rotate. Okay, so let's hit Ctrl T and then right click, flip horizontal, click OK. Okay, so now you can simply change the blend mode to linear dodge and then grab the brush. Foreground should be black. Okay, let's add layer mask. You can add layer mask before grabbing the brush. Now let's wipe. So this is cool. Now let's click the layer thumbnail to select the layer. Go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Let's make it 4.0. okay, now we need to go down, select the gradient, create a new layer, change the blend mode to linear dodge. Okay, and now let's grab the brush, make sure the size is like mine, looking like mine, and let's pick this color. Okay, now we can simply click once over here. So after this, we can simply select the layer mask of one of these. I mean the bottom one. Okay, the lion image is the layer mask of the bottom one, and with foreground black, we can wipe here. Okay, all right, so I think this is cool, but if you want, we can simply chip in. Let's select the shield, the mask of the shield. Let's highlight this area a little. Okay, so that's cool. So over here, I'll just start bringing in the images. Then I'll add layer mask and then wipe, and let's make sure the foreground is black. So let's wipe this guy. All right, now let's select the layer below it and bring the other two. Now let's select the topmost layer and bring those that are in front. So right now that we are done, let's select. So with the top one selected, let's hold shift and click the bottom one. Now let's group them. You can use Ctrl G or simply click this create group icon. All right, you can choose to rename that. Now let's add brightness and contrast. So let's make the brightness 20. Make sure we click this to clip that into the group. Now let's add color balance. Let's click here to add it, okay, or clip it. Now let's make the red, let's push it to the negative side, that's the cyan, and now let's push this to the red blues, so we can add 24. Okay, so what we did there was just to balance the colors with the background. You see they were too orangey. Okay, so this is before and this is after. You can go ahead and push them, okay, so that they fit. All right, but this is okay. And right now we need new guides. Okay, so let's go to view and new guide layout. So don't make sure you uncheck the clear existing guides, okay, and set the left to 150, set the right to 150. You get these new guys right here. Okay, all right, now let's grab the type tool and type lion. Okay, so I'm going to manual scale it. I don't want to use the whatever panel. So just scale them until they touch these new guides. Okay, now let's go to window and character, and the font that I'm using is Newsflash BB. It will be part of the resources. Okay, if we add L, it will be Newsflash BBL. Okay, so this guy right here, I'm just waiting for the pop-up. Now that's vertically scaled. Okay, so we're going to scale this. Now we're going to reduce the vertical scale, but before that, let me just zoom out over here. So let's select the lion font and let's set the vertical scale to 85. Okay, all right, it is too tall. So with the lion layer selected, let's go to FX blending options. And now the first thing that we're going to add is setting. So click on the setting and copy the settings. Okay, so set the blend mode to multiply, set the opacity 14, set the distance 155, set the size 35, and the contour drop it, and let's choose ring. The next thing that we are going to add is inner glow, and let's copy this color for the inner glow. And then let's change the blend mode to screen, and if yours is not a screen, let's set the choke to 27, let's set the size to 38 and set this to edge. Okay, now we can click OK. So this is after, this is before, this is after. Now let's create a rectangle down here. So grab the rectangle tool and let's create a rectangle. So double click on the layer thumbnail and let's paste in this color, so you can copy the color code. And on top of this, we are going to create a glow something, glossy something. Okay, so grab the pen tool, you can hit P on the keyboard, click outside here, stretch and click up here, and then you can bend it like this. Did I say bend? hold alt, click on this anchor point to cut the 4 handle. Okay, don't cut the anchor core. Click here, click the anchor core handle, and then close it here. Anchor core. So up here you can come and click, you see gradient up here, click that, and when you are you click that like that, leave that and come and click that, double click the layer thumbnail, and you can change the angle. Okay, so let me just tweak it very fast before I tell you. So we can make the angle 104.86. let's click the gradient and drop this. Let's click the middle one, and let's change here to white, and let's change here also to white. Click OK, and now click OK from here. So you can right click, okay, on the layer, create clipping mask to put that in the shape. Okay, and what we're going to do is, okay, so let's go back, double click the layer thumbnail again, and when this pops up you can click here and drag it inside like that. Okay, and don't get it twisted, you can load the fill up here. All right, so I've just skipped. Okay, you just grab the type tool and then write Judah, and the font that I'm using is Akira Expanded, and for the horizontal scale change it to 82%. Okay, now we are good to go. So after that you just bring this guy. So when you hold shift on the keyboard and then you drag, click this anchor point and drag down, you stretch it down like that. Okay, so now we can simply add drop shadow. Okay, so let's go to FX, blending options, click on drop shadow. So make copy these settings, opacity 13, distance 10, size 13. Okay, we are okay, and after that just write off. Okay, the same font for the Judah, the Akira Expanded. All right, and I'll just go ahead and type encounter. So I got mine over here, and the font that I'm using is Avenue LT STD, sexually transmitted disease. Hey, today BBL and STD. what's wrong, yo? So just go ahead and write it down here. Okay, and that gives us 3 fonts. Okay, normally I use 3 fonts in my design. So now we are going to grab the rectangle tool. Okay, and we are going to create a rectangle down here. So I got mine, and let's go to window and properties. Okay, this guy will pop up. Click here, you will see gradient. Click on the gradient. I have a saved one over here. Make sure you change the angle to 0. No, let's make it 180 rather. Okay, so you can copy these color codes. Okay, and with this rectangle, what you can do is just duplicate, Ctrl J to duplicate, Ctrl T for transform, and then you can make it smaller. Okay, and then bring it up here. All right, now let's go ahead and add drop shadow. So let's go to FX, blending options, and you can add drop shadow. Okay, so set the opacity to 50 and set the distance to 3, size 13. You can click OK. So on top of the smaller one is where we will write the theme, and on top of this is where the theme will be. Hope you get it. So I got mine over here, theme on the smaller one, and the theme down here. So the battle will be legendary. Hope that this phrase sounds familiar. If it doesn't, well, this was inspired by Kung Fu Panda 1. Okay, when Tai Long met the Furious 5 and he was about to fight Tigress on the bridge, you heard him say the battle will be like that. So before you say anything about what I just said, make sure you subscribe, because only chefs can say that. Now this guy is crazy. All right, so after being crazy, let's move down here. So the font that I use is same as the Encounter Avenue, but it is family, so I chose black. Okay, for the theme, and then the battle will be legend. Okay, let's grab the rectangle tool again, and let's create a rectangle. So when you are creating a rectangle, hold shift to get a square. Okay, so let's create a square like that, and let's double click the layer thumbnail. So okay, so there's gradient. so the previous one that we used. So let's click here in the properties, okay, and let's take out the gradient and let's choose white. All right, so with this we can simply Control J to duplicate, Control T, hold Shift, click and drag to stretch, okay, just like that. So here, I think here is cool. And let's come to the properties, click this, and let's take out the fill. Come and click the second one. This is the stroke, okay, let's make it white. So 1 pixel, sorry. It's cool. Okay, now let me just drag this guy up. All right, so with this, on top of this, we can bring what we call the time, okay. So in this, that's where you write the time, okay. So 9 a.m. and 9 a.m. who is going to Lion of Judah encounter? Hey, seriously? All right, so we are going to use the same method for the dates, okay, and then the same lines right here for the rest of the info. So we got a complete info down here. Now let's scroll to the top. So I hope yours is looking like mine, okay. So everything in grid, everything graded, everything guided. Now let's come to the top here. So let's go into the resources and bring this guy. So you can squeeze him here, hold Shift and squeeze him, and hold Shift, squeeze the side. No, don't squeeze too much. And on top of that, I'm going to add brightness and contrast adjustment layer, and let's push it, let's say 25, okay. So this is cool. Now let's zoom out a little and scroll down, okay. So on top of what do you call it, the lion, the 2 lion layers, okay, on top of the, select the second one or the top one and then create a new layer, and then let's grab the gradient, G shortcut. If you are seeing paint, just right click, choose gradient, okay. Make sure your foreground and background is black and white. Now click up here and drag a little down, just like that. So over here is where we're going to paste the names, and then on top of this the logo and then the church name. So everything is set, and for now we are done. But if you check the background, you can add the spark. Select the gradient layer, create a new layer, and then change the blend mode to linear dodge. Now if we go to window and brushes, the brush panel will open up. So we're going to use the fire spark brushes. It is included in the resources. Download the resources, and here is how you can import. Come up here, click these 3 lines, and you will see import brushes. Where you extracted the zip file of the resources, locate that. There will be a brush called fire spark brushes. Load this up. Anyway, I'm not loading anything. Either the first one, it is big, so when you zoom out you see the brush, and you can just right click and bring the brush size down, okay. And you can add these glue stuffs, but right now I'm using black, that's why I clicked. When I clicked, nothing showed up. So you can hold Alt, sample from these colors, okay, the blues, and when you click, okay, so if you want this you can go for that. And same way you can come up here and create a new layer, change the blend mode to linear dodge, and when you click like that you can add glues on top of that. So we are done over here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. This is Good Graphics with the Design Chef. Make sure you subscribe to join the design community, and I'm out. Peace.